There's a dynamic in many families that doesn't always get talked about openly, but it shows up in quiet, frustrating ways over time. It's when a man deeply loves his wife and daughters but struggles to connect with them emotionally, especially when emotions are high, unpredictable, or tied to things he doesn't fully understand, like hormones, mood shifts, or emotional expression. And what often gets misunderstood in these situations is this: the issue isn't always a lack of love, it's a gap in understanding, and more importantly, a gap in skill. Because for many men, emotional connection, especially with women, was never modeled clearly. They weren't taught how to sit in emotion, how to respond to it, or how to navigate it without trying to fix it, shut it down, or take it personally. So when they're faced with a wife or daughter who is overwhelmed, emotional, or reacting strongly, it can feel confusing, frustrating, or even unfair. And their instinct is often to simplify it. Why is this such a big deal? Or why can't we just keep the peace? But here's the problem. What feels like keeping the peace to one person can feel like emotional dismissal to another. When emotions are minimized instead of understood, the connection doesn't stabilize, it weakens. Because women, especially in close relationships, are not usually looking for perfection or constant calm. They're looking to feel seen, heard, safe to express what they're experiencing without being reduced to too emotional or too much. And hormones, emotions, and mood shifts, those are not excuses for poor behavior, but they are real factors that influence how someone feels and processes the world. Ignoring them doesn't make them go away. It just makes the person experiencing them feel more alone in it. And when someone feels alone in their emotional experience long enough, they stop trying to connect. They either shut down or escalate, and neither one leads to a healthy relationship. So the question becomes, how do you parent and partner well when emotional responses don't come naturally to you? It starts with a mindset shift. Emotional connection is not about understanding every feeling perfectly. It's about being willing to stay present even when you don't fully understand. Instead of asking, why is this happening? Ask, what does this person need from me right now? And often the answer is simpler than expected. Patience, listening, and not turning their emotions into a personal attack. That's the biggest thing. Because one of the biggest breakdowns in these dynamics is misinterpretation. A bad mood becomes disrespect, tears become manipulation, frustration becomes criticism, and once everything is interpreted personally, the response becomes defensive instead of supportive. And defensiveness shuts down connection faster than almost anything else. There is also a practical side to this. You don't need to become an expert in hormones or emotions to improve connection, but you do need awareness. Recognizing patterns, noticing timing, understanding that there are moments when emotions are heightened and choosing not to escalate during those moments, that alone can change the tone of an entire household. And for fathers specifically, connection with daughters is not built through control or correction alone. It's built through emotional safety, through being someone they can approach without fear of being dismissed or misunderstood. That doesn't mean allowing disrespect. It means knowing the difference between addressing behavior and invalidating emotion. For husbands, it means understanding that your wife is not asking you to be perfect. She's asking you to be present, to not withdraw when things feel complicated, to not reduce her emotional experience to something that needs to be fixed or silenced, but to stand in it with her long enough that she doesn't feel alone in it. And this is where growth happens, not in getting everything right, but in being willing to adjust, to listen a little longer, to react a little slower, to ask one more question instead of shutting the conversation down. Those small shifts build trust over time. At the end of the day, connection is not built on always understanding. It's built on being willing to try. In families where emotional gaps exist, the goal is not perfection, it's progress. It's creating an environment where emotions are not something to avoid or control, but something to navigate together. And maybe the most important takeaway is this: when someone you love is emotional, the moment is not asking you to solve them, it's asking you to meet them.